So I am a bit of a trendy guy, and I like to follow the trend or the curve. At the moment, our average for this month should be around about 18 kgs of dry matter. The challenge and also the opportunity with farming here is that we can go from growing 5 kgs of dry matter to growing up to north of 70 kgs of dry matter in a single day. So that is per hectare. So 70 kgs of dry matter is a huge difference compared to 5 kgs of dry matter. And so our stocking rate in the winter has to be lower than our stocking rate in the summer. So we have gone from around about 5 to 8 kgs of dry matter grown per day in the middle of July or even start of July to now where we should be growing around about 18. So that should be the average for August, and then September is around about that 30 kgs of dry matter. Now I don't go around checking exactly how much grass I'm growing with a pasture meter. I just get the averages off our local vet club who put that out for us, which is great. So they do cuttings every month, and they have a location where they do that. They have 2 locations, one at the high country and one on the lower country with slightly more fertile land. On the high country they get more wind, it can be drier and it can be colder. So that means that they get a lot less grass growing per year. That's the main 3 things that affect us is soil moisture, soil temperature and wind. So wind can really have an effect on how much grass you grow in the wind. The grass just doesn't like it if it's really windy all day. At the moment, if I'm growing 18 kilos per hectare, I've got a 10 hectare paddock in here and one up behind me. So I've got 7 ewes per hectare. Those ewes at the moment should be eating a little bit over 2 kilos of dry matter. They're just about to lamb, and they will end up eating around about 3.5 to 4 kilos if they can. So to eat that kind of cover or that amount of feed, because that's dry matter, so the amount of grass that they're actually eating would be 4. How do you do that calculation? I don't actually know, but dry matter is only around about between 13 and 20% of the actual grass eaten. So it does mean that they're probably eating 12 kilos of actual feed, but the actual dry matter in that is what the substance that they need. So you can also work it out in megajoules of metabolizable energy, and this time of year with nice short green grass that is fresh, it should be around about 11 megajoules of metabolizable energy per kilogram of dry matter. You can say that a ewe needs around about 33 to 35 megajoules of metabolizable energy when they're lactating. So you can work that out too, and you can pull it back to kgs of dry matter. There's different ways of doing it. If I have 7 ewes per hectare eating 2 kgs of dry matter a day, that means that they'll be eating 14 kgs of dry matter per day per hectare, and I'm growing 18. So I'm going to be growing underneath them, which is what I want, but I'm also going to be putting cows in with them. And if I go into September and I'm growing 30 kgs of dry matter on average, so at the start of September I might be only growing 20, 22, then it'll grow too fast underneath them and I'll lose it. And that's when this feed turns into that brown feed. So this nice fresh green grass, which is because I am 78% sheep and 22% cattle on this farm, on this 530 hectare farm, 410 hectares effective. Because I'm 78% sheep, all of my feed needs to be basically good quality feed. So the reason why we have cows is so that they can eat that rough feed, which the sheep won't eat and they won't do well on. So the sheep, if they eat that rough feed, they don't get the metabolizable energy that they need. So they don't get enough energy They can't put it into the lambs, they don't grow good lambs, they don't put on weight because they might be eating a lot of feed, just not the right feed, and they can't digest it as fast. So this stuff they can digest fast, so they can eat more. So there is also with a KPI, key production indicator, a good KPI is kgs or megajoules of metabolizable energy eaten, or kgs of dry matter eaten per hectare per year. So if you can eat more feed, there's a good correlation between eating and growing more feed and gross or net profit. So if I can get my animals to eat more feed, better quality feed, then I should be able to make more money on this farm. So that's basically the theory behind that. There's a lot of there was 6 minutes 50 in, sorry. So if you're still listening, then thanks very much. And yeah, so I'm going to match my supply with demand. So that's how I can make the most of my feed and grow good animals. I'm going to move these 3 cows in here, which have been set stocked. I'm going to move them up into the other 10 hectare paddock. That means that there'll be 5 cows in that 10 hectares. They'll be eating at the moment around about 12 to 15 kilos of dry matter per day. The awesome thing about in-calf or in-lamb animals is that they also follow the pasture curve, and that's why we calve when we calve, that's why we lamb when we lamb. If we lambed at the wrong time of the year, we'd have our pasture growth curve or a trend coming down, and we might be growing up in the amount of feed that we need or our demand. Let's say I have half a cow per hectare, so that's 6 kgs of dry matter they're eating. If it's half a cow, so they're eating 12 per cow. If it's half a cow, then they're eating 6, and then I've got 7 ewes eating 2 kilos, so that should equal 14 plus 6 is 20 kgs of dry matter per day that I'm eating. Walk up. These girls aren't that happy about going. Stay off it! When you look at that, what's the date today? I think it's the 25th today. I don't think they're supposed to lamb until the 4th. One girl with a couple of twins. Yeah, probably couldn't lamb on a better day either. So I'm going to whip up here and grab those 5 cows, and they can come down here. So I've popped those 3 cows up into that paddock, and I'm hoping, because these are northerly facing paddocks, so these paddocks should grow a lot faster than some of our other country. So I'd say that on a day like today, if we had a little bit more moisture, which is supposed to come tomorrow, it should grow around about 20 kgs of dry matter or more. So yeah, and the pasture covers, although you might look at them and say, oh yeah, there's not a lot of feed there, which for a cow I guess there is not, but for a sheep there's plenty of green feed really, and because I haven't done a bad job at cleaning up the sides of the hills, there is more area where it's nice and fresh, clean, green, good feed which they can eat. They're getting pretty big. So this is a 15 hectare paddock, I think. So I've got 5 cows in here, and they're going to come out. There they are down there, and come up over here. already run all the way down there. Might be able to hold them up with the drone. Come on girls, through you come. Look at this. I may not put my hand down. Now, if you're a cow, you're not going to be able to eat a lot in a day, are you? Because a cow uses their tongue to rip the grass out and eat it, whereas a sheep uses their teeth and they just nibble like this. So a cow actually wraps their tongue around that and tries to eat it. Now that they will eat with their teeth, but yeah, they won't be able to eat a hell of a lot in here in a day. But because there's still a bit of roughage on the hill there, they will eat that, and hopefully they'll have enough for it to grow a little bit underneath them. So we're in this south facing country, and all of this had fert on it, as well as basically all the hills. So there was 310 hectares in that couple of videos back, and I mean this is amazing how much growth we've had in this paddock. I think I took the hoggets out of here maybe, I might be 2 weeks ago now. So these girls have been in with the singles and they've skinted it. So there's, sorry about the wind, there's very little feed in there for them. So I'm going to bring them out and I'm going to chuck them up the hill and over into a couple other paddocks where there's a bit more feed. And yeah, so these girls should have around about a month before they calve, a little bit less. They will be pretty keen for some good feed instead of the crap they've been eating. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Get off, Doug! Get off! Hey, no! Really, I want to take these slowly, but it's hard enough. It's hard enough. Sit down, Gus! Sit, Gus! What? Hey, no! What? What? Hey, no! What, Doug? Sit down, Gus, stay there. So I'll just take these 10 out. So I probably should have left the same 7 that was in here, but I've had some of them got held up down there, and that one didn't seem that happy about walking up here, so I'd rather leave it. So I better get up on that gate actually. I just need one of these girls. Stay there. Yeah. Alright, get up. Get up. Stay there, girls. Stay there. Get over here. Get over here, Gus. Get over here, Gus. Get over here, baby. No, stay there, girl. Here, come get up. Sorry, girls, made you walk up the hill for nothing. I only need, how many do I need down the bottom? Probably take 6 down the bottom and leave 4 in here. So they can actually have this little area. It's fenced off from the new pine trees that we put in. We put in 60 hectares of pines. There's 30 hectares down here, another 30 over there. Yeah, if I leave 4 in here, this paddock, I think it's 14 odd hectares, and then the lower one, no, it must be a little bit less, must be 13 or 12, because the lower one I know is more like 17. so it must be 13ish, and that whole area is 30. So if I leave 4 in here, that'll just yeah, that'll help keep these covers down, and yeah, help with that pasture curve. 4 there and 6 there. So we'll take these 6 and chuck them to the gate down there. Now I do have some bits of this fence that need fixing up, so hopefully the cows don't find the fact that the fence is a little bit down, because they'll end up in there eating all the tucker, which is not a bad thing, but they'll eat a few pine trees probably. The cows we set stock the other day. Oh, there's that one with the bad udder. Oh, what are the chances? I don't want to look at her. Yeah, but they're looking pretty good, pretty happy. There's a few added up ones. She's a little bit added up, so is she. So yeah. Good girls. So we had 180 odd cows, what was it? Must have been about 184 cows on for 2 months over this winter, and I think I've done a really good job. I mean, this is our better country, but as you can see, it's all pretty green. That fertilizer's helped, so that fertilizer is the ryegrass responds best to the fertilizer, so it grows ahead of the worst grasses on our farm. So we have a little bit of brown top and a few other species of grasses. I can't name them off the top of my head. I should really know them, but I can't remember them. So yeah, but that fertilizer, the point in putting it on in the winter/spring is to get that ryegrass ahead of the other grasses. The other grasses end up dying out, and yeah, you can increase your better pasture species. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with what the cows have done. At the back there, they've nailed some of that really rank feed, which got away on me basically 2 summers ago. Yeah, not this last summer, but the summer before, and now we're just left with generally quality grass. So it's going to be an interesting spring, and hopefully we have some good lambs off this pretty hard enough country. So if a sheep eats that, it's just going to go backwards. I'm sure most farmers know this. So if it snows and your sheep have no feed, do not feed them hay, because they eat this, and it's because it's a lower energy source than it takes to digest feed. They will actually take weight off by giving them hay. So you're better off to not give them anything than to give them something that takes energy to digest but gives them no energy. So yeah, that is the point of having better quality feed, and also something interesting that we were told at uni there. So this is the stuff that we need, and this has got no value to us. Well, I just wanted to explain that pasture curve and how we have to deal with yeah, the difference between growing 5 kgs and 60 to 70 kgs of dry matter, and yeah, trying to match that supply with demand. So I hope you enjoyed the short video, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.